What is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Deuce Does It. This is episode 10. Can you believe we are already at 10? 10 in.
Yes, sir.
That's exciting. Finally I doubled it. Imagine the next goal being imagine being 100 episodes in, which we eventually will. That's just that's something nice. That's really exciting just to think about it.
Sometime next year.
The fact that a podcast lasted that long.
Yeah, I think. Man, I don't know. Hell no.
It's not just a phase.
Hey, come on now. I got to put that on a shirt.
What, not just a phase?
I haven't said that shit in a minute.
Not just a phase. Yeah, that's a good one, man. But 10 in, 10 more to go, 10 more after that, 10 more, so on and so forth.
10 down, etc. to go.
Exactly.
We're just going to keep doing it.
To infinity and beyond. I just watched Buzz Lightyear yesterday.
With the new one?
Yeah.
How was that?
If I had to rate it on a scale of dank to boof, it wasn't bad. It was just
it was mid.
It was right. It was decent.
I'm not gonna lie. It looked stupid as shit.
Everything that was in the trailer was everything in the movie. It was just.
We passed it. It looked stupid as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I understood it though.
It was all right. It was just it was something to watch. I would prefer to have been on Netflix. Movie overall. Watching that in the movies is trash. That's something that you could just watch on HBO Max or Netflix.
So, but okay, I know that's supposed to be the backstory, but is that
No, it's the movie.
But is that what the character is based off of, or are they trying to say that's his backstory?
So you remember the original Lightyear, the little cartoon, and how it was just all about Buzz and his crew? So the movie is pretty much basically everything about Andy. Having the toys and stuff like that, was based off of this movie. This is the movie that Andy grew up watching, and he bought the toy of. I didn't know that because I was trying to think. I was like, wait, is he going to land on Earth or something? That's what I was like. If that's the case,
that's fucking ridiculous.
If they were going to start it back up, it'd be dope, kind of like that. If they started it back up by showing him coming,
because it would be a whole different type of movie. Then it would be this dude is stuck in a toy on this planet, and he's trying to get free. And you're gonna start feeling bad for him, oh shit. He's going crazy. That shit nasty, ain't it?
No.
Oh, good.
And I ain't drank wine in a minute, so I know I ain't tripping. Usually, after not drinking a while, you get kind of not. Oh, yeah, I'm a connoisseur now, so I get a slight earthly tone of a little. That's magnificent. Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you 100%. If I was doing a review on some wine, shout out to this the Cali Red, 19 Crimes Cali Red. You know what I'm saying?
Snoop, Snoop Double J.
Yes, Snoop.
We had the other one with the whatever criminal that was on
That's
it.
For the thumbnail,
and it was fucking disgusting.
That's going straight in the thumbnail for sure. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's decent. I'm about to say if you had a cup, pour you some up pretty quick.
I'll grab a cup. Well, you would have been mad if I did that shit, though.
I ain't gonna lie, if you did some Spider-Man type shit, if I see any of that superhero shit in person, I'm just gonna be like, what the fuck? Why not me?
Kill him!
I'm gonna be like the boys.
You gonna hate it.
I'm gonna be out there trying to kill the superheroes, bro. I'm like, hell no. I'm like, bro, what the fuck my powers at, bro?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that cup.
I grew up fantasizing about that shit. But yeah. Now, I got a couple topics while he's grabbing that real quick. Now, I'll talk about something. So, first and foremost, it is Father's Day today. I'm completely sorry, guys. We tend to forget this day a lot, But happy Father's Day to, all you fathers out there, anybody with kids, whatever the case may be. Or, hey, stepfathers too. You know what I'm saying? My brother, he a stepfather. He taking all the stepkids. Just shout out to them all. Hold on. Day. It's also Juneteenth.
I'm glad you brought that up. We're going to get back to the Juneteenth thing, too. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Father's Day. I have, in my opinion, from what I'm going to say it. I think this generation, our generation, is a better generation of fathers. Hear me out. So, remember, I passed, so far. I passed, well, I ain't even going to say father. I'm going to say parents in general. Because remember, a lot of the shit that a lot of kids went through, they didn't talk about it as much back in the day, and it wasn't popular to talk about. My mom beat my ass. That's just what it was. But nowadays, since we got social media and all type of shit now. It's more common to speak about different things. So now you hear someone saying like, "Oh, my mom used to do this when I was little, or my dad did this." So you like, "Nah, you good?" Mm-hmm. So you like, "Oh, nah, I'm never gonna do that to my kids," and shit like that. So now since we see all this shit and we're exposed to all these different variations of parenting, I think our generation so far has been doing their thing. Don't get me wrong, we have some bad apples, but that's everything. But think about the past generations, who parents was doing what to them and all this. Nowadays, you got the accountability is way better, because now if you think about it, you being a deadbeat to your kids, what she finna do to you? Either put you on child support or put your ass on Instagram, or both. So now your reputation tarnished and your pockets. So far, so good. So shout out to everybody who's doing their thing right now.
Somebody gonna be in the comments like, "Man, fuck nah, I'm going through this right now, blah blah blah, fuck y'all."
Oh yeah, there's always something. We always gotta have something. Then it wouldn't be normal if it wasn't something.
That's honestly, it's just like, I'm honestly, I won't even lie, this is probably my first year remembering what day and knowing what day Father's Day was.
Yeah, exactly. Remember back in the day, we didn't even really, you feel me? I'm like, oh, Grandpa, happy Father's Day, Grandpa, just like that. But now I knew it was coming up, and we got another holiday on the same day, so it's double forward. Well,
I don't know not the science, but the history behind it. Like, Father's Day had to be created just like eventually down the line as like.
I'm sure it came after Mother's Day though.
Yeah, in a way, like,
because I'm sure it came at a time where like it was already like men were appreciated.
Some father had just got in charge of like being able to change it. He's like, you know what? There ain't no Father's Day. Yeah. I'm putting that on the calendar. And everybody went with it.
It was a nigga who was like, "Hey, why they get all this shit? You know, we need something too." And everybody was like, yeah. They got their day, and what the fuck they get? Ties and other dumb shit. What your mom get? Chocolate, perfume, jewelry, all this. So, I mean, I hope it worked out for whoever it was. I'm glad that fathers get recognition, especially the good ones. I know if I go on Instagram right now, there's going to be a couple posts of like, I hope this nigga don't think I'm finna post him or anything like that, but it's, like I said, man, you gotta have a couple bad apples.
Well, so speaking of that, not to touch it too much, but you know how usually, so on like Mother's Day, everybody like lurking, because not like you be seeing the post where it says, yeah, it'd be like, it's the post where like you'll see like that viral post on one of the meme pages, and it's like me lurking. The meme is like me lurking, looking at all y'all mamas and stuff like that, right? Yeah, that shit fire.
It's hard.
Yeah, Snoop, that shit fire. I think he got like another one too, like a whole different company or like his own.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it might be champagne. He got something.
E40 got some shit too. Continue.
That's fine. But yeah, so they got.
Come on, bro, you got it.
Yeah, what's it talking about?
You talking about parenting and different shit. Come on, you got it.
What about parenting though?
Oh, you gonna put me on the spot.
No, what about parenting, bro?
Nah, so I already said like the accountability and everything, and you was going into something else, and I asked you to pass the ball and fucked it up.
Yeah, you.
Come on, man.
Bad podcasting
for real. We're drinking and smoking and all type of shit on the podcast.
Oh, but no. So the meme page is talking about like me lurking on y'all page, looking at y'all moms as y'all post y'all fine ass moms and shit like that, whatever the case may be, right? And on Father's Day, that's like the typical to see that meme where every year it's like the same thing. They talk about like seeing people moms, and then on Father's Day, like it's typical for like everybody to post like their mom. You know, the people that grew up in you know what I'm saying, with single mothers and stuff like that, they post them on Father's Day. So it's like the two typical things you're gonna see.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that's the new meme that's going. They said, y'all don't make that post, and I know exactly which one. I understand the intentions, but for all the single mothers out there, not this day. Just let this one go. Mother's Day is your one, but don't post the Father's Day.
Can't take all the fucking holiday.
It's not even just that. It's just overall, it's not a good look. There's no point of doing that. You saying like, why are you telling everybody this unfortunate situation? You don't need to be. Nobody need to be in your business. Sometimes my business not your business.
Yeah, drop a down GoFundMe link under that. Imagine that.
You know what I'm saying? Do something crazy. This is instead of you posting Happy Father's Day to myself, you got to kill him with the you take the kids to some fire ass place or some shit. Just y'all three.
Chuck E. Cheese's.
Take your new nigga with you. Take your new nigga with you. Take him to dinner with the kids there. I guarantee that nigga gonna come back in your life in no time. Who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck?
That's Lenny, and he's been taking care of your kids since you wasn't doing
He the
it.
reason your kids calling you by your name.
He come back with bikes and iPads and shit. Hey, get man this so you can call me directly since you be on bullshit. That nigga, no. It's over with. I know you want your BM back, but it's gone. She's took. She take good care of me. BMs be something else, bro. I ain't gonna speak too much on it.
Also, so just to quickly touch on this. So Juneteenth, right? Now, is that like that holiday just came into play? I know it's about stuff like that, but isn't that the holiday where they said like the first time like it was like a full moon or something like that, so all black people got superpowers or some shit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought I was tripping.
We did.
I said that shit crazy. I got half of them, bro.
What'd you get?
You want to tell them about yours?
I don't know. I should say it on
tell them for
camera.
you. I'll redact a lot.
I don't think you know. I think you gonna bring up the wrong shit. You gonna say some weird shit. It's gonna make us both look bad. So don't say it.
Yeah.
This nigga is so fucking sweet.
What, bro? My fucking back. Whoa, pause. My back was itching, bro.
Bro, come on, man. What was your superpower, bro? What'd you get last Juneteenth?
Shit. You know what I'm saying? Same old, regular degler, you know what I'm saying? What'd you get?
Got some wine for my partner. I ain't really get
Imagine, right? Everybody get power and stuff
yeah.
like that. You ain't getting none. So they like, bro, what powers you get? You like, shit, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell you, bro. It's crazy. Like
that would be the ultimate.
Might kill you on accident.
It'd be the ultimate exposing though. There's a lot of people that be like, oh yeah, I'm like part, but my uncle. He's black and all this. Everybody get superpower. Niggas be flying around and shit.
I was like Pinocchio last night.
Yeah, that's what you get. If you lying, you get a long ass nose. The long ass nose. That's how they pay attention to you. That's how they know if you were lying or not.
Look at his lying ass.
This boy just keep lying. Everything that come out his fucking mouth be a lie.
Or you just get like a fucking sewn on cap on top of your head. I'm like, he capping.
Like, bro, you ever watch Black Mirror?
I started to, and I heard a lot about it. Man. I did watch a few, but the episodes
a whole different story.
It's a new story.
Okay,
that's what I like about it.
There's this episode about social media, but it's kind of like the VR shit mixed. But instead of like, the big ass headset and all that shit, I assume I think it's a chip in your brain or contacts. I think it might be a chip in your brain. It's in the future and shit. So your eyes is just a screen for social media, and you have a social score. So the more you talk to people, somebody will like see you in person, y'all have a conversation. You give them a like, or you give them 5 stars. That's what it was. You give them star ratings and shit. And your fucking social score is basically your credit score in the future. Cause they like, so she went to go try to get an apartment, and they was like, your social score is way too low. You can't live in these type of apartments.
Bum ass, get your ass.
She
out
said,
of here.
She
go
said,
get your likes up.
I suggest
that's cold.
We got the influencer discount. You have to get your social score to like a 10,000. Her shit was like a 4,000 or something, and all type of shit. And it was just crazy. At the end, bro, there was a nigga who
that's all she gotta do.
So you could block people, and I don't know if this is the same episode. It has to be because this is weird. So you could block people, and when you block somebody, they just turn like you would be static. I wouldn't be able to see you at all. I wouldn't be able to see you or hear you. All you would hear is
I could be right by your ass dissing.
You would just see a static outline of you, and you would hear but you can't hear him, and you can't unless you unblock him and shit. So it was something that happened, and at the end, the dude that became the main character, whatever his crime was, instead of him getting locked up or whatever, there was like you are sentenced to excommunication, which is basically life in prison in the future. Guess what it
It's like Facebook jail.
Bruh, he can't see or communicate with anyone in the world. When he went outside, everybody was just a static outline, and he couldn't hear nobody. It was just him by himself. He could move around the world, but he couldn't talk to nobody. He couldn't come in contact with nobody.
It's like a little me that you pick up.
And they can see you too. They can see like it's like a red outline around you, and it says like excommunication and shit. You won't be able to hear him. Nothing. You just know that outline is there, so everybody just move away from you like, man, what the fuck? Look, he's a criminal. That's what social media is going.
That's some crazy shit.
Allegedly. Because Black Mirror, they be on the same, they're the originators of striking vipers and shit like that.
No lie. If it came down to something like that, damn.
Hell no. Shout out for shout out.
Oh gosh.
Shout out for shout out.
I'm telling you, because OnlyFans people be at the top of the game right now.
It'll be too late. They be like, man, we don't want to see you fuck no more. What kind of person are you? Then you can get a fuck around. That's how you would be able to expose who really doing on OnlyFans, actually, because you know a lot of them be like, I'm top 1%, or I'm making this much money. They'll fuck around and have they fucking their social score, and they'll be like, why you only got a 200 as their social score? Mine's a 1,000. That don't make sense. I'm not even a celebrity.
It's like some Dragon Ball Z shit when they can scan each other's power.
Yeah, power level
like,
and shit.
Boom, man.
Just like that.
I'll flick you.
Just like that.
Now, so something I want to talk about is Cookies U. I was telling you about the Cookies U and shit like that. I thought that was pretty cool. So if y'all don't know, Cookies Berner, Cookies U is pretty much like a university, like a weed college, pretty much. And pretty much what it is like you learn everything from the ins and outs of the industry, from like seed all the way to sell, just like his album Seed to Sell. But you literally learn from producing to cultivating, same thing, to distributing, packaging, all that, everything that comes in with it.
You learn the grower side and the business side.
Yeah, you learn everything all the way up to, and I find that really cool, right? So I was like, you know what? Let me submit an application right now. If you're watching this, they're accepting applications until July 1st for anyone interested. They like pay for everything, fly you out and all that, and you live for you got like a thing out there for 2 months, whatever the case may be, for living and stuff like that. So it's completely taken care of. And yeah, apply.
And if I
did a video and all,
I'll let you have my spot. You just come in.
I'm like, look.
I've been bleaching.
My name's Javar, but when you see me, I'm Gino.
Really? You couldn't say black? You could have said like come on, man. You could have did that.
Bro, you brown, you not black.
You see that? This nigga trying to flirt with
my
me.
social score just went up.
Wait, hold on. I'm the GOAT.
You just got 5 stars.
That's how it was.
So I submitted that, whatever case may be. I did like a little video, but it's until July 1st, and I was like, damn, it's only for 2 months. I was like, imagine that, going out there and just learning this. Like, hey, look, Big Bernie Brand, look, you know what I'm saying? I know how to do this right here. I know how to do this. I learned this. I learned that. Hey, bro, you trying to get interviewed?
Nah, for real.
That'd be crazy. That's dope as hell to see stuff like that. I wish there are a lot of different weed colleges, but on something to this scale, I don't know if there's too much of that out there. But that is definitely cool. Now, one thing I want to cover in the news related, and it's multiple things that's going to tie in together, is so.
Oh wait, hold on before you. Oh, my bad.
No, you good, bro.
Shout out to Berner for this Cookies U opportunity, because that's gonna be life changing for whoever. How many people is he picking?
I think he picks a handful at a time. I think the last one it was like 6.
Okay, I
think less than 10.
Okay, so let's just say 6. 6 people get to go over there, get to learn the full business and all this shit about, like, from Cookies top people. Like, these people are big members of a $1 billion corporation and everything, taking their time out for you. And I don't know, do you get a job after it, or is just like,
yeah? So okay, they have like a thing where it says like, what would you like to obtain from this? And they offer a job at Cookies, or they try to help you get a job within the industry somewhere else in your lane, whether it's cultivating, starting. They also do like business startups and stuff like that, help you out. So it's pretty much tailored to you. So it kind of really gives you that.
Sounds like
head start.
An overall great opportunity.
Yeah, it's a good way, and of course he's also got the other stuff with people with previous offenses, whatever, they're giving them jobs.
Yeah,
and shit
you
like
got
that.
that one dude. One dude got out, he did the longest time in jail for the cannabis thing. He did like 20, 30 years for weed.
Man, that's fucking wild.
Yeah, and Berner gave him some crazy. I think he did like a strain with him or something, but he gave him like a crazy something. Or I forgot what it was, but he blessed him.
No lie. So the fact that Berner does that, the stuff with, helping rehabilitate people, welcoming them back to the real world, getting them jobs for previous offenses and stuff like that, on top of the Cookies U, helping the younger generation. Because I seen the video, a lot of people that went there, they were like young kids and stuff like that. Or not young kids, they were like low 20s and stuff like that.
Young adults.
I think there was some not kids, shit, they like my age, but there was some older ones and stuff like that. It was pretty diverse and stuff, but it's just cool to see him do something like that on top of the things. But something else he also is trying to work on. Well, he's got it in the beta phase right now. is the whole social media platform.
Oh yeah,
I want to call it's called the social app, right? And
that's what it's called.
Yeah, right now it's in a beta phase. They got like 20 people or something like that, 200 people. It's like a super low amount of people that they just like. You comment down in the comment section. It's like, hey, y'all are just gonna test it out. We picked hand selected random people to test the app out, use it early before full launch.
We in them comments, huh?
Hell yeah, I commented on that.
Come on, man.
Because I had to.
I want to see what that's hitting on.
But I was like, so it's pretty much what it is. Social app. It's pretty much everything. It's like a niche specific app. It's tailored to cannabis. You don't gotta worry. It's kind of like WeedTube. You don't gotta worry about your shit getting, demonetized or age restricted or that's YouTube. That's relating to YouTube. But you don't gotta worry about getting shadow banned or your stuff not hitting the algorithm correctly because it's weed content and everything's gonna be for weed content on there. Now I've seen a few different things about it because it is a niche specific, app, and who's gonna download the app is gonna be people looking for that niche specific stuff, like
people who tired of getting, people that's black man. I mean, not black man, shadow
people that's looking, just to like us. You know what I'm saying? Like you're posting cannabis content, right? That's where you're gonna go. On top of that, but it's like the masses are still gonna be on like the big platforms like Instagram. And I seen someone say something. They talked negatively of WeedTube, which I think the concept of WeedTube is great. It's niche specific, and just the requirements and everything like that. It's a lot more friendly, not user friendly than YouTube. YouTube definitely does still have that, but they also have the time.
But yeah, that's expected. Time and money and
but WeedTube is definitely for what it's at right now. It's great. It's only been out since 2018, and then
we on it too. Fuck with us on WeedTube.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the views aren't crazy on there, but it's like. There's not many people because it's niche specific. So the chances of it like going to like the random person and him getting interested in that niche or niche.
I'm gonna call that fortunately and unfortunately, because unfortunately you don't get the wide horizon, but fortunately, if you're getting the fan base you want, like the people who really actually care about cannabis, they're fucking with you because. All right, I see that he's doing this on this. I fuck with him. I'm gonna check out his YouTube too because I know he posts more shit on there. But I fuck with this, and it's when WeedTube, eventually just catches on for everybody who's into cannabis and doesn't want to get their shit deleted for it. Then it's
for sure
going up. I think that shit really is crazy because if everything had like its niche thing, like fucking Etsy, that's for people who.
Arts and crafts
type shit.
Yeah.
People who do fashion. When people who go with their hands and can make shit, that's what they do. Yeah. WeedTube is only right.
Which, yes, because
or the social app.
Exactly. So, of course, it's good to have an app like that. It's just like I'm doing YouTube and the WeedTube. It's like, I'm posting the exact same videos on both because it's like maybe a new audience comes from this and then they migrate to the YouTube or YouTube. They end up like, let me start migrating to this because it's like less censored content over on the WeedTube or whatever the case may be. So it's like a win-win all around. It's like, why not? And that's going to be the same thing with the social app. It's like, of course, going to be on it and stuff like that. I think it's a cool idea because I'm into that. Now, maybe somebody on the outside that's like, bro, I like football. It's like, well, go download the ESPN app, bro. Exactly. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
That's yours.
So whatever the case may be, I think it's a cool concept, like seeing people do stuff like that on that scale. And I just, as far as like, I don't know, like, it seems like, from my interpretation, it seems like everybody wants this, like, cannabis legalized, right? Like, it seems like, in my head, I'm thinking, like, damn, it's got to be at least 70%
everybody
of the world
but the people whose voices actually hitting. Like,
right?
The people are saying, of course, legalize it. But you got the ones and twos that are like, no, they're causing school shootings and no, there's rot your brains and shit like that. Them people be 75 fucking years old.
Do you think those people? I feel like our generation is more accepting of it.
The people who don't accept it.
But do you think the people that do not accept it outweigh the people that do accept it?
Well, it's just more old people in power. Like, you gotta think about it. The older people, you can't get jobs in these certain governmental departments unless you're a certain age.
Yeah, so
you gotta be like, what, 33 or some shit?
Sometimes,
or 30, depending on certain important jobs. Especially important jobs, and you know what they hit you with? Time and service. How long you been in? How long you been able to do this job? Oh, you don't have any experience. So you gotta be fucking around 30 something or 40 something, 50 something. And the people who fuck around and making these laws, these old folks, Them people used to smoke cigarettes in doctors' offices. Why are we listening to that?
And
come on now.
Now this is this is how I feel about it. Like if we would take a poll of the entire world and be like, who's for cannabis, who's against?
Not even that. Just go for America, because a lot of places over there they have weed legalized and some places don't, but they have different reasons. Like maybe there's something that happened. Like I'm not gonna. This is just an example, but let's just say some place in Europe they fuck around and they legalize weed and a bunch of people fuck around and killed each other and all this shit because of trying to take over territory, and they just got rid of it. They made it illegal again because they can't act. That would make sense, but it would still be like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
But our shit is literally legal in the most expensive places in the country.
Yes, I think it's like 33 medically.
Cali,
17 recreational.
New York,
or
the nation's
I think it might be
capital.
30 recreational.
The nation's fucking capital.
Yeah.
And all these other, but the cheaper places to live, or the places that might really benefit from it. Oh, Colorado too. But the places that really would benefit from it, like Texas, Georgia, fucking Florida. Florida's in the motion though. South Carolina, North Carolina, fucking the places in the middle of the country that no one ever like talks about and shit like that. Them people,
Montana.
Is
that a state?
Yeah, it's a state.
Okay.
Montana and the Dakotas and shit like that. I'm sure there's people over there who want to smoke, who do smoke, but they got to deal with whatever. But it's just because that part is that part.
It just don't make sense to me. Like, I feel like if there was a national poll taken in America, you just like set it down it's like everybody has to vote on this, whether you're for it or against it or neutral, whatever the case may be. I would love to see the results of that. For some reason, I'm like, it's just, I can't think of what it would be.
We have so many. Hold on.
I would think it's more people against it than for it.
We have so many petitions and different marches and all this shit that didn't happen over history for people. Even when it was like the most illegal, there was still people advocating for it and all this other shit. So with all this, there's been multiple scientific discussions and experiments on it. There's been psychiatric analysis on it. There's been a whole bunch of shit. There's literally no reason besides how the fuck are we going to regulate this? Yeah. This is a plant. This isn't like fucking some shit they building or like corn or some shit. This is some shit that's more valuable than some corn. We could just grow a bunch of fucking potatoes out there.
This doesn't need to change its form for me to consume it.
It'll be 25 fucking with a couple cents per potato. I'd have to have a fucking farm full of potatoes to be good. But farmers make money. But with our shit, there's people out there who grow in just a fucking closet, grow some fire shit, go sell that, make a couple thousand. They're like, no, we can't allow that because hell no, that's a little too entrepreneurial. That's gonna fuck everything up. What about taxes? No, we got to tax that. We got to make sure. We got to make sure we get our money out of that. I'm talking about as soon as that bitch hit the soil, put it in cocoa core. I don't give a fuck. I need a serial number on it. Mm-hmm. I want to know how much yielded off that shit and how much you giving to us before it even hit the fucking Mylar bag.
It's insane that they literally just want, like you said, they want to know how they can control it and stuff like that.
Man, put a 3-3 in there. I want the last point too. That's what they own. Like, I don't give a fuck what you make. I need this.
I need mine.
And if you don't, okay, we're gonna send some people to go and check your paperwork. We're gonna fuck everything up.
Shit crazy.
Shout out to the Jungle Boys.
They like really want you to like, and then they trying to do studies now. They keep trying to do the studies. Of course, they're trying to find something bad, but they're trying to find out. Okay, here, smoke this. Now find exactly how does this strain, like figure out the strain specific CBD, THC, all that, and like how does it affect you from this condition to this condition. You know what I'm saying? Just varying, just bouncing off. It's like, how does it help with this condition? How did it help you? How did it help you? How did it help that person? And it's just like, nigga, just accept the fact that niggas like getting high, bro. Stop looking too much into it, bro. Like, nigga.
And it's at the point.
I had a back pain. I smoked. I'm good. Like, leave it at that.
It's at the point where it's so popular, it's pointless to be illegal at this point. Yeah. Like every state, everywhere you go,
cop smoke.
There are people who smoke.
Yeah, cop smoke. Shout out to the cops, man.
Dude, you saw the fucking cop that hit the stizzy pen?
Yeah, his ass.
He went.
And then his ass said, I don't know.
I didn't know what it was. You fucking hit that bitch till it blinked.
That shit, bro. Own that shit, bro. You did it.
In the fucking in the dash cam. Just look. He looking off to him. Oh. I didn't know what happened. Like, niggas, come on, bro. You wanted to hit this shit. But either way, it's everywhere. It's pointless to even be. And there's so many variations of it. We got Delta 8 places, Delta 10, HHC, all type of shit. CBD, just so we can get around the one that we actually want. And y'all allow the rest of them shits with the Farm Act, the Farm Bill, whatever it's called.
Because something gets taken out.
Yeah.
Like, what?
But we know this is what we all want. This is what you're making money off of. Gotta refer to it again. How much billion in Colorado make the first week? They know how much. They made a B in the first week or weekend. I think it was the weekend.
Just off sales?
Just off sales. Just off sales. Regular sales. Imagine if every 50 billion every weekend, every state going crazy. 50 billion. Just keep going.
And that's one thing I think that, getting into politics, I think that President Biden thinks that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, he feels as if, or I don't know how he feels, but like maybe they're trying to push that, like, you know, let's legalize it because it could save face. But at this point, they kind of like, they may realize already, like, it's not going to save face. Like, we done so it's like, why even bother to legalize it? But at the same time, it's like that they still have that option, but it's like, I hope y'all don't think that's
I hope that's not their logic. Because if that's the case,
I hope that's not y'all like go to.
Y'all making
y'all fallback plan.
If that's their logic, they're shooting themselves in the foot, because when the next running comes up, and all it takes is one of the presidents to start off with, why is weed still illegal? Why is marijuana still illegal? We have people getting locked up for this. As soon as I get in office, we're gonna get rid of that. Then we're gonna get to the real problems and blah 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 blah. Once people hear that, okay, now you got the people who smoke and people who been in trouble for weed and different type of things like that. You got their attention now, and then whatever the rest of your shit is, really, it's your game to lose as far as the smokers and shit. But you know, there's always, I don't know, I don't get into politics. All them folks be lying.
Yeah, all the politics, and with that, like the legalization of it, it's because you still got Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner is still in Russia.
They just extended her shit 2 weeks,
and it's like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it over a THC pen, right? A THC pen, or a vape, just a vape pen in general? And how long has she been there? At least a month or two now, huh?
Yep.
At least a month. A star, you know what I'm saying, from Baylor, fucking a WNBA star. Yes, they're not paid like NBA players. Yes, they don't have that same recognition. But I know Brittany Griner, you know what I'm saying?
They know her overseas for sure.
Yeah, like I definitely know Brittany Griner. At all the WNBA players, you know, Brittany Griner is a prominent one.
They knew exactly who she was. They just making an example out of her. Tensions are high with the U.S. due to the all the shit that's going on, and tensions been kind of high for a minute. Like, well, we got this one.
Why they not letting
them go? Remember when A$AP Rocky was locked up? As soon as Trump made that tweet or something, he was out not too long after.
Because they were able to pardon. But see, the thing is, think about it. If it wasn't Brittany Griner, if it was anybody else, if it was me or you, you know what I'm saying, knock on wood, but if it was me or you or anybody else in this world, some random ass person, or somebody besides a famous person, right, we would not know about it.
Not at all.
Unless we were searching for it, like, oh, there's a, you know what I'm saying, there's a U.S. civilian over in Russia. Unless you knew
a famous person, or you got a famous person
they were able to push the narrative.
Yeah, put it on their story or post it so people can do it.
So imagine how many people are overseas from U.S. that are actually like locked up on some stuff like this and can't come home, whatever the case may be. It's like so much crazy stuff.
Some people who went to vacation in these small places, they're from a legalized place. They might have had something in their bag. They're like, oh, you trying to smuggle. Now you in some fucking foreign jail with a bunch of crazy ass criminals who real deal did stuff to be in there, and it's all for what? Because you just happen to like a certain vegetable. You like a certain plant. Come on, bro. This shit is ridiculous that we still talking about this. Like, goddamn, they've been talking about this for like what?
You got the power to go like do shit. Like,
think about the '60s, the '60s and all that, or was it the '50s when the hippies and all that was doing that? They was out there real deal having these fucking sitting around having these marches and fucking march whatever the fuck protest. There you go, the protest that so they can say legalize weed or all this shit. They was still getting locked up for it, moving forward. Still doing it. Now they're starting to be like, all right, we legalize this place. I thought the intention for legalizing DC was so they can monitor it, so they can spread it out. But if you go to DC and you pay attention or you hear from different people who own or sell cannabis in DC, they'll tell you like, nah, the laws are fucked up. The money, the taxing and all this other shit is fucked up. You can't even legally sell weed in the nation's capital. It's on the donation shit and all that. It's so much shit, and it's like, bro, for what? It's not a test no more. You got the answers. Fuck.
Yeah, like y'all at this point, each day that passes is just like far too long. Like y'all know y'all got to start reaching to find stuff wrong with it. Y'all know y'all got to
and now
stop trying to push against it.
Since it was a problem for so long, now we got other problems to deal with. We got gas price. Gas illegal, and then the petroleum
gas high.
You feel me? It's a high ass price for the weed because your ass could get in some trouble, fuck around, end up with some probation or something. If you got a bullshit ass lawyer, you might actually be able to get some time off this shit. With the fucking gas now, since that's such a problem, since gas is so high, now this is the focus. Y'all still talking about weed? We got gas problems to deal with. So now that got pushed to a back burner because now it's not priority. And it was never priority, for being honest.
Yeah, nothing's really priority until it's a priority to the majority, but to who it needs to be priority for. Like the people that it needs to be priority for, it's like, yeah, let's go worry about this instead. It's just like, bro.
Once
we got our own fucking problems. We in space. We don't need to be in fucking space. We still ain't explored the entire water. We still in other countries when we ain't even fucking got our own country squared away. It's like we doing too much shit that do not make sense. It's like, yo,
throwing billions,
chill out,
throwing billions and trillions to other countries to keep the peace and shit over here fucked up. Man, I was watching some, I think yesterday, and they was talking about crime in DC back in like the 90s and shit. You ever heard of Wayne Perry?
Sounds familiar.
Wayne Perry was like, they called him the Michael Jordan of murder back in them days. Yeah, crazy, right? I know you know Alpo.
Alpo, that sounds familiar.
He was he was Cameron and Peyton Full, the one who killed Money.
Oh yeah.
So the real character Alpo, when he left Harlem, he went to DC, like I didn't mention, they alluded to in the movie. And he was moving around with this dude named Wayne Perry. Wayne Perry was a dude who was in the street since he was young, caught his first body at 12, apparently. And he said he came back to the car with his older cousin or his big homie, whatever, and was like, he was crying. And they was like, what's up? Because the shells was still in the gun. So he thought he didn't kill the dude. And he was like, nah, man, it's a revolver. The shells don't fall. But the fact that a 12-year-old was crying because he thought he didn't kill somebody is crazy. That man went on to murder over 100 and something people.
And that's a prime example of worrying about shit you don't need to be worried about. You 12 years old killing people. Your nuts ain't even dropped yet. Worry about puberty
this
first.
This nigga was doing
skipping steps.
This nigga was doing 100 plus murders, doing this shit in broad daylight because everybody was too scared to say something, all type of shit. This nigga did this shit in Washington, D.C. What is that on Montana Street? What is that
Montana?
And fucking the White House on Pennsylvania Avenue. I don't really know how far they are from each other. But if let's just say they're in alphabetical order, LMNOP. Either way.
Damn. In that case, it is close.
Either way,
down,
this shit, if shit like this going on in the nation's capital, boy, our country fucked up. We fucked up right now, and I know weed is like the back of the back burner, but come on now, guys. Just fuck with us. At least it'll keep us quiet for a little bit.
Yeah, you might gain some more support on some other
shit.
Yeah,
you go ahead, legalize. You might get a couple people to vote for you
it's
again.
Like, damn, I got this stupid-ass regulation that I need to pass in order for us to succeed in the long run, whatever the case may be, right? But it's like, anything I put out, nobody gonna fuck with because they don't fuck with me. But it's like, hold on, let me get them something they want. And then in return, we get this. It's for the betterment of all. Like but Trump, I just gotta give something up to get this.
I ain't gonna lie. Trump know what he did when he freed Yak before he got up out of there. He knew black people was gonna be like, he freed Kodak? Now look, Kodak just got a chain.
My man,
solid gold chain.
Media in general.
Dropped the interview, took it down to two hours.
You know how you talked about the what's it called? The Black Mirror episode? Mm-hmm. That's how they doing Donald Trump.
Oh yeah. But he about to run again, and if he run, they're gonna have to post them, and even if they don't, I don't know, man. He got such a following. It's gonna be real hard to keep his followers quiet.
That motherfucker's on WWE.
That man freed. Yeah, that's pretty much how I found out about Donald Trump.
I ain't never known.
I know he had a show, and he always used to say, "You're fired."
Wasn't his building shaped like a T, or is that Teen Titans?
Teen Titans.
Damn.
He has Trump Towers though.
I thought the Trump Tower. I thought it would be a T.
If you go up north, it's all over downtown in Manhattan, in New York. There's Trump Towers and Trump buildings all over the place, hotels and business plazas.
He has hotels, or is it
hotels and like
corporations,
like business buildings and shit like that. And if you go to New Jersey, there's a place called Atlantic City with a casino and shit at, and there's like a replica of the Taj Mahal in India called the Trump Taj Mahal. Yeah, he been getting money for a minute.
That motherfucker has.
That's why everybody was so happy when they said he was running this shit. Of course, besides
he wasn't trying to politic with you. He was finna tweet out. He was finna subtweet you, and he was finna delete you.
He was talking that shit, and he came in with bread. Yeah. So it was like,
I don't need any.
He was like, man, I really don't need none of this shit. I'm finna show y'all how to spend this shit.
$4 million.
Hey,
I got a small loan of $1 million when I was 18 years old.
One of his main flaws, his messages was just so terribly deliberate.
They ain't let him land.
Let me land.
Y'all should have gave Trump the opportunity to land. You ain't
imagine if he
it was just like the punchline, right? He didn't get to finish it out. He was like, "You dumbass," and it's like, "Hold on."
Imagine if he was at that rally and was like, "African Americans, what do you have to lose?" And when everybody went, "Hey, let me land." What I was saying was, fucking with them. I'm saying fuck with me, and I'm a legalized weed. I'm a free Kodak. I ain't get to tell y'all that, but I'm a free Kodak. Then when he was getting out, he said, "I told you, you didn't let me land. I was saying y'all was screaming." And with the Mexican, he was like, "Nah, I wasn't saying all of y'all. I was just saying like
them for you."
Man, fuck y'all niggas. He don't care about no Mexicans. I can't even lie about that.
That's the only part I can't. When it comes to all the money shit, I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? He was doing his things, but when it comes to shit like that, it's like,
he was not fucking with no Mexicans. He had them border patrol people activated. Yeah, real deal. Trying to catch. They was trying to catch motherfucking Mexicans for recreation and shit out there.
They was keeping them in the back of in the cages, and then they was keeping them. Off Craig, his dad, what he drove in
the dog
catcher. That's what they pick them up in. That's what they pick the people that escape the border and stuff. They pick them up in those, and from the outside you looking, he's like, "Oh, that's probably where they keep their canines, whatever." And when
I ain't fuck with none of that shit.
The back of the motherfucker, I like seeing. I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Oh, this is wild."
I ain't fuck with none of that shit because I got Mexican partners, as you know. But not even just that. If this was fucking, let's say 100 years ago, that would have been us.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You think they would have gave me the chance to choose a side?
You would have had to definitely do something different with your facial hair. You would have had to have you wouldn't have got away. Hell no. Nah. They could tell you were black because it depends though. Because you would have had to stay down south, stay down there.
I would have just had to act like real like Samuel Jackson type shit.
Real accent, like full accent, and you had to like do something with your hair.
I would have had to dip,
comb over and shit. Like the mustaches from the 20s, you gotta think about it. They had like the mustaches. If you were black, you had the pencil one.
I did a Jeff Hardy type shit.
If you was rich, you would have did. They would have killed you. They would have lynched you. They would have made an example out of you. No silly nigga haircuts. Look, and then your ass would have been hanging like some fucking Christmas ornaments.
Oh shit!
Shout out to America because they was doing their stupid ass shit. But either way, yeah, man, politics fucked up. But I hope one day they're gonna bring it back together.
One day they'll bring the peace in, man. One day they're gonna tighten the fuck up and fuck with us, y'all.
I don't think have we ever had a president that everybody fucked with? I don't think that's ever possible because we always had Democrats and Republicans, and I don't know.
I never really know who
people be like, I'm a capitalist.
Like the game, a venture capitalist, the tycoon. You know what I'm talking about?
You like money, don't you? Yeah, I fuck with money too.
I fuck.
The democracy, Republicans. That there's apparently like another one that you could vote for. It's like, damn, not
Kanye West.
Like the shit that Kanye was in. It was like for lack of better words, like JUCO niggas. Like that's the best way I could describe it. But they had like a list down there saying like, oh, these are the other people that you didn't hear nothing about. So which is crazy because that just shows. Yeah. Imagine if you've been running for president, but you don't have you're not getting pushed by the Republican Party or the Democrat Party. Shout out to James St. Patrick. But if you ain't supported by one of them two, you ain't really gonna get through. You feel me? Because they're not pushing you.
Mr. St. Patrick.
I mean, the Democrat Party fucked him, my boy.
I forgot he was
full politician.
I just watched Spell. He in Spell. He the main actor of Spell.
Oh yeah, I think I did see like a commercial for it or something.
Yeah, the Woo lady. Instagram. Yeah, that shit crazy.
Shout out to Ghost. And he just had an interview where he was kind of alluding to him not being dead. He was like, whatever happened to Ghost, whether he is dead or somewhere else, and then they cut it out.
I had a dream he wasn't dead either. He took me in my bed last night. I'm kidding, Omar. What's his name? I don't know.
I bet your neighbors know. Fucking you wild, bro.
Pause. No homo, y'all.
It's too late. It's definitely too late. That was way too descriptive. So you tucked them in last night.
Oh, speaking of tucked in, pause. No need to pause.
Better not be by no tease.
Speaking of, today is Father's Day, and speaking of tucked in, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to see a disturbing yet interesting yet probably the craziest, worst Father's Day story ever? Go check out that reaction to the strange something. There's something strange about Johnson's. That video is insane.
It is.
We've had people say they couldn't finish watching it. Like it was not. I was like,
we almost did. It's in 2 parts.
Yeah, if they want for content, yeah, that shit crazy.
No. I'm not fucking with that.
But speaking of that, so covering some news that ended everything off with. So this is all happening in Mississippi. So Alan Russell was given a life sentence for possession of 43.71 grams. Now, it was stated that this is a violation of his 8th Amendment due to cruel, unusual punishment. Now, do you think that is do you think that it goes against the 8th Amendment?
All right, I'm going to give every possible fucking benefit of the doubt here. Because I'm going to just assume that, I'm not even going to say his name here. Let's just say he was a serial murderer who got out on a technicality.
He does have priors, though.
And he was on parole for, like, let's just say he had crazy priors. He's out on a very strict parole, and they found him with that. What state was that in?
Mississippi.
It's
legal there now.
It's legal there now. How long ago did that happen?
2019, I believe.
It wasn't legal in 2019.
But the sentencing just happened.
So, I mean, yeah, be that as it may, but you know how them folks do and be like, it was before the law. But thankfully nowadays you can fuck around and try to get an appeal for that, especially with Berner here about it. But either way, they're going to try to give you the book because you are a repeat offender. But at that time, if you got caught with 43 grams, which is definitely personal smoke, but they'll be like, oh, attempt to distribute. We all know weed isn't a drug in comparison to heroin, crack, and fucking alcohol. It's not. It's a herb, if anything, and make you feel funny. But
it's like comparing LeBron James to Delonte West.
Wow. Great. That was a great one. Same shit, really. Same difference, for real. But be that as it may, in no way, form, or facet is it okay to give someone a life sentence for fucking 41 grams of weed.
43.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck if it was 430.
It's not even like a whole 2 ounces.
The whole 448. I don't give a damn.
And yes, he does have priors, right? And so his priors, they said it was like, you know what I'm saying? They deemed it as, so he appealed it for, the 8th Amendment. He appealed it for going against the 8th Amendment, which it is definitely cruel and unusual punishment for a life sentence for something that it wouldn't take him his whole life to smoke or sell. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever case may be. That is not a whole life's worth of weed. That is like a whole week's worth of weed.
And it wouldn't take any lives. I feel like the fucking, not to cut you up, but the drug thing should reflect the drug. Like don't just say because it's a type thing drug that this makes sense. 43 grams of weed doesn't equal any deaths. 43 grams of fentanyl
equals,
that could kill rough number, 430 people, let's just say. Okay, if you wanted to give that man a life sentence because he was doing that would be like, damn, that's fucked up, but I understand it type shit. But what the fuck was he gonna do with 43 grams? Make fucking 21 people happy?
Yeah, that shit don't make no fucking sense. Now, if it was another drug, like you said, fentanyl, it's understandable. Yes, that is fucking insane because it only takes such a small dose. Like,
you damn near got a nuke on it.
That can take lives. You know what I'm saying? But 43 grams, we ain't taking life. Yeah.
It's not funny, but Lord, a nigga walk into a room with his ops.
Have you ever heard the story of the whispering? The what? Nigga dead.
Oh, that nigga. What if a nigga run up on you and hit you with the... Yo, I said that.
Nigga said,
how are you feeling?
I was born in the fentanyl.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yo,
you merely
as soon as that shit
you're merely a junkie.
Dead. Soon as.
Yeah, that's gonna be your
remember
last
that cop
thing,
that passed out just smelling it or some shit like that?
He could have been like the Stizzy cop and consumed some of it too.
He didn't consume it. He opened the trunk. That shit hit him. He went down. I'm like, damn, imagine that.
Oh, but the dude, so Buddy, his charges, they said it was he took it, he appealed it for the Supreme Court to hear, and what they decided was, in a case in which they agreed that only the sentence due to they agreed with the original life sentence, right? The Supreme Court, he appealed it for going against his 8th Amendment. He appealed it, and he says they seem that the original sentence is fine due to him being a violent offender. Now his things was burglary, not armed burglary, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not armed burglary would be violent.
That's a home invasion. Them type of things.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
But burglary, that's just like you can just break. You know what I'm saying? You can just break in somebody's house.
Jumped in the window.
You don't have to have anybody hostage or anything like that for a burglary or whatever the case may be. As well as, and then that's his felony, right? A burglary is a felony. And I feel like after that, the next charge goes into that, right? The next charge, he's a convicted felon, right? The next charge is a convicted felon with possession of a firearm, because it's like, well, after he committed that crime, he became a felon later on in life. He may not feel like that he needs to rob a place anymore. Now he got a gun for protection because he kind of seen how it was him being a burglar. He like, you know what? I don't want nobody to ever rob me. So now I got a gun. I get caught with the gun. Boom. I'm a convicted felon already, and I have possession of a gun, so that's already another felony. So that's what they used against him to say that he deserved that life sentence, because it's them two priors, like they're not bad priors.
Those are definitely, that's a bullshit sentence. But I'm gonna talk to the nigga or the person at this point, bro. Come on, man. You knew I don't know what the stipulations of your shit was, but if you could have got with your parole officer, if you felt like you really needed to carry a gun. You got with your parole officer telling you wanted to move. There's a lot of these constitutional carry states that's going on nowadays. And also, you on this crazy ass parole.
To get on that, when like convicted felon, it's like the process of getting like that is like extremely hard.
I mean, yeah, but the same way he got that one, he could have got that one. It would have been a little easier. If he really felt like he needed to have that. If he would have got caught up with it, he would have had a better chance than in the state where he probably did his crime. But I'm not trying to make this like, fuck you. I'm just breaking it down. And the 43 grams of weed, did he have the gun on him while he had the weed?
No, these are two priors. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Like, the possession of a firearm ain't bad because the only reason that's bad is because he was a convicted felony due to the burglary. So that's what made that bad. Which, yes, whatever the case may be for him deeming he needed a firearm, it's illegal to have it. But whatever the case may be, it didn't say it was an illegal firearm. So that's one good thing. At least he probably purchased it rightfully or it belonged to his wife or whatever the case may be.
That's good.
But then it's like all that, how long ago those offenses were.
That also plays into
to hit it with and it almost didn't get appealed, right? It was a split decision, 5-5.
That's crazy.
And since it broke equal, then they were able to hear it in the Supreme Court. But it was almost not about to get heard in the Supreme Court.
I'm surprised that shit.
And the fact that they still ruled it what it was, it's like for 43.
I think with more media attention, he wouldn't have got that. Because if it got the right, which is so unfortunate to say, but if it got onto the right celebrities' hands, we got the Kim K, Jay-Z, Berner, all these people. Then they probably would have been like, all right, if I'm not going to pay for this person to get out with a good lawyer, I'm going to post this shit. And this post is going to go so far that a bunch of people are going to try to reach out, make GoFundMes to help this person. And then I would be able to it's my marketing budget. Because if I tell you, if I said the word, I'm finna get him out of jail, I get him out of jail and shit. They like, oh, look what Jay-Z just did for him. Look what Jay-Z did for 21 Savage.
No matter what,
I ain't had to drop a song all year.
People that hate on Kim K, that's one thing they can say, oh, she blew up because of Ray J, whatever the case may be. Like, end of the day, she did that shit all on. Like, she really did her shit. No matter how you feel about her being whatever the case may be, the fact that she out there doing that shit fire.
The first OnlyFans chick, but not really. Apparently Tila Tequila was, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, even if her reasons for doing the, getting people out of jail is disingenuous, it don't matter. She got people out of jail. I don't give a fuck if she was doing it for popularity or she was doing it because she just felt like she wanted to make her dad's legacy look good. It don't matter. People got out of jail because she felt like she wanted to do that. I'm fucking with it.
Now, ending it all off, capping it all off, this is for all viewers out there, as you as well. Now, do you feel like the way they starting to do with the release people out of like prison stuff, like they starting that movement, right? Great movement. Now, do you feel like if they applied that same energy to the cannabis world, like all celebrities, stuff like that supported it, like you got J.R. Smith, you know what I'm saying? I could see Kim K smoking, or Kylie Jenner. I could see one of them down.
I'm sure they all do smoke, because Travis Scott
all
smoked.
the rappers, all the, you know what I'm saying, activists, stuff like that, like Berner and stuff like that, like all these different people, it's like, yeah, by yourself, you got a lot of fans, but you probably can't make anything. But all the celebrities combined that enjoy weed, they all just combine and do whatever the hell. They got a lot more resources than we got for sure. And they just tapped in order for people like us to tap in their fans. Like, it would be like the masses, like, it would definitely get pushed the right way. That's how I feel.
So two things. Regarding the cannabis and celebrities, you just reminded me. Rollo, you remember Rollo?
Rollo Rodriguez?
Nah, Fam Goon Rollo from Atlanta. All right, real quick, y'all. Give a brief summary. Rollo is a rapper. He was signed to 1017 on the Gucci
Brick
Man.
Squad.
It was right after the Brick Squad era. It was when he started 1017, when he first got out of jail and shit. He was on there with Hood Rich, Pablo Juan, Gunu, RIP, and Young Maul and all the rest of them. So Rollo was actually a drug dealer. Like, he was, a rapper, drug dealer, rapper and shit, but he actually was selling drugs. But not just like a plug. He was very successful at it. He had an apartment complex in Atlanta, and he had no tenants. Like, it was all his family and shit.
Oh, you talking about?
They just lived in the apartments and shit. So he got caught on a private jet. So he posted a picture on Instagram with like 500,000 in cash or some crazy shit, maybe $1 million on a private jet. At this time, his music was out there, but it wasn't like that. So of course it's like, oh yeah, he probably on that shit. The feds caught him coming back from California. Of course, I think he had like 1,000 pounds or something on the private jet, along with some money and all his people. He also had like some vans and shit ready to just escort it to the apartment complex where they trap it out, whatever. Rollo ended up getting locked up. I want to say it was 5 years ago. And he's been sitting in there for 5 years, and he just now got sentenced. And he got a very lenient sentence, especially in comparison to this. He ended up getting 8 years. So with time served, he'll be getting out soon and shit like that. So that's what the as far as celebrities. So at least that's some good news as far as people getting out of jail due to cannabis related things. And regarding the people getting behind it, I think it's just we like bullshit too much. Like, we be on bullshit. We like hearing people talk about sliding on shit and doing all this type of shit. So all the important shit gets pushed to the back burner. And a lot of our big rappers, when they try to go do shit, like the positive shit, their past overshadows what they doing. Like, for example, when Meek Mill talks about he wants to work on prison reform and all this other stuff,
so you've been to prison.
It gets outshined by the fact that the last time you went to prison was because you was doing wheelies on probation. Now they're like, man, this nigga goofy. Or they go listen to his music and hear all the gangster shit he talk about. So they're like, man, I'm not taking him serious. But we do have those people in our communities that can do it. People that would be looked at as like, okay, I can listen to him. Like, and then honestly, it goes with money.
That's what I'm saying.
Our richest rappers and all them, those are the only people they're gonna listen to. They're not gonna listen to us. But if Jay-Z, Kanye, Pharrell, Drake, and another rich one walk in the room and they all saying like, yeah, we tired of all this shit, blah blah blah. we need to make some changes. We willing to put some bread behind it.
They got all the bread they need. Like
combine all their their existing legal teams.
Because let me think about it is if I had to put it, you take all them big people, the names that you named on top of several more, just think about every famous person, every celebrity, everybody with some money, with some real motion, like some real money that like cannabis, right? That are for it, and you put them all together, they net worth, I'm not gonna lie.
That's
whoever they going against, even the Supreme Court,
they'll definitely be able to be heard.
They don't got the funding. I was like, them niggas in debt.
We don't have
them rappers and everybody, like all them people that you just named, them multimillionaires, they got the cash on hand. Them other motherfuckers, but they is in debt, trillions of dollars.
But think about this. Our rappers be in debt too, but for some stupid shit.
Yeah.
They be in debt for like whatever the fuck they be in debt for, whatever. But our rappers, this is also the reason why they wouldn't want to listen to them. Our rappers will fuck around and get. It's cool. It's very common for a rapper to spend a house on a piece of jewelry. Do this all the time. We all know those are hood trophies. We want shit like that after we do successful shit. And of course, when they have a lot of money, it's more like, all right, fuck it, I can spend this shit. I'm gonna get it right back. That's what a lot of the downfalls is and shit like that. But you got somebody who just spent like $1 million on a chain and all type of other shit. Then he go and he'll say some shit like, when the government is not taking care of our communities and shit like that and all this. And it's like, come on, bro. What are you doing? Like, why are you doing? Because when you do shit like this, they're undermining us. They're gonna be like, man, look at this nigga in this and that. That's why he can't. That's why we're not gonna listen to him, because they don't know how to spend their money and all that shit. Why don't you help him and shit? But like I said, the ones that we do have that could say some shit like that, they just don't do it. Not yet, at least. But it'll happen eventually.
And they thought of on a higher scale, so I can see how, like, you know what I'm saying, like the average person thinks up higher of them because they're famous, whatever the case may be, but they may be feeling just like us, like, damn, some people should really speak up. It's like, nigga, you is them people, like. But with all that said and done, you got to think when people come together, a lot of shit do get done. Like when motherfuckers start rioting and all that, and motherfuckers defunded the police, which was I definitely disagree with, but they just need to redistribute pay and stuff like that within there to fix that.
And if even that, I don't even know about. Honestly, I don't know about defunding the police. I just think you just need to start holding the cops accountable. Because if fucking up the police budget is going to cause lazy more police officers, people quitting to be police officers.
See how that's going in a country that's pretty close to ours.
We're going to turn this whole bitch into Gotham City. That don't make sense. What we should do is just, the cops that do fuck up, just hold them accountable. Don't say fuck all the police.
But what I'm saying is,
just do what you got to do.
Is if just how they were able to do something crazy like that, able to get it to where it's defunded by just getting mad. And what if not them same people, but what if people apply that same energy to something like this?
I mean, we can't, bro. We be high.
And it's like you see stuff like this. Yeah, true. Motherfuckers ain't
we be high.
But I ain't talking about like the riots and go crazy. But like you see like offenses like that with Alan Russell giving a life sentence. Like I guess it has to be something extreme in the cannabis world to happen in order for I guess something extreme has happened yet. So
if your favorite,
the day something extreme happens, that's when a lot of people.
This is just a random example. I'm not saying any of this. I'm not even gonna use names just so I don't speak nothing into existence. But your favorite cannabis influencer, if he get locked up for having weed on him and they really try to keep him, I think that will start like a big uproar for people to be like, okay, y'all got us fucked up. Then they'll do the whole thing to get him free. Then the person will get free. And then that person, if they, stand on 10, that will be the person who could lead the charge into getting this shit legalized. Because people will listen to him. People already been backing that person because they were in jail, wanting them to get out, and then it would happen. But we don't know who that's going to be. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. It's been your boy Gino from Deuce Farms. That's your boy Javar from Deuce Farms, and we gonna holler at you.
Episode 10, make sure you tune in for number 11, and that's it.
7 days.
All right, y'all. This video is brought to you by our sponsor. It's our first sponsor so far, and that is Spider Farmer. Pretty sure most of you are familiar with the name. It is a big name, especially in us growers. A lot of us, when we first get started, we see certain lights. It's like the price of them. It's definitely scary. Something like this, it's a high quality light. So of course, it's it's going to be pricey. And just getting into growing, I remember starting, I was like, should I spend that type of money on it? You know, so I was cheap, went with the Blurple lights, $50 lights, and didn't really produce what I would think they would produce. You know, maybe they could have done more, you know, but at the same time, I know with, you know, plants, all plants in general, they need light, and they don't have the sun indoors, so we have to go with the next best thing, and that's these LED grow lights, so we have to get the best of the best. This right here is a Spider Farmer SE 5000, which is a 480 watt light, and it's one of the perfect lights for my 4x4 tent. It gets everything I need to do. It fulfills all the needs. It has the right light spectrums on there, and it provides maximum coverage throughout my tent. There's no place in my tent where there's lacking light, unless the canopy is covering it. But other than that, this thing has the perfect penetration for my entire tent. There's still space within the tent, so it's not too big. It could definitely still fit in a 4x4. Now, 3x3, we're cutting it close. It's definitely probably not fitting in a 3x3, but that's where the other options come into play. They got the 4000s, the 3000s. So they got all types of options to fit your needs. And I know there are plenty of lights on the market, and especially for you new growers, I'm not saying to go out and buy the biggest thing possible. You know, start small, be humble, you know what I'm saying? Work your way up, see what you need to work on and whatnot. And then maybe eventually you got to think of it. This is an investment, and like they say, it costs to be the boss, so you can invest in it. And it's definitely not just an investment where it's like, just spend all this money, I'll never get it back. It's an investment. You're going to get your money back. You're going to get more than your money's worth out of this thing over the course of time, over several grows. So I know, like I said, the price is a little bit scary. And if you're interested in buying one, you can get a little discount and save yourself some money with discount code SFCU. I say again, SFCU, and go to shop at spiderfarmer.com and save yourself some money.